What's up, bosses? I'm JoeMan543. Welcome to stream tonight. It's Friday. The sun is bright behind me. I still need to get some dang curtains. And we're going to be playing some Kerbal Space Program 2 tonight. Last week, I discovered Dres actually has a ring around it. Dust, asteroids, the whole thing. Just that you can't catch up to the dust and asteroids. But besides that, it has the ring. So tonight, I was thinking about, like, what are some things that I was hoping for in KSP2 that so far maybe I'm not going to get. But how close can I get to that? I remember in the trailer seeing, I think it was Valentina, flying through a bunch of asteroids, and I thought that was amazing. So I went to Dres, found some asteroids, kind of flew near them, like couldn't catch up to them, but whatever. So tonight we're going to try and do some other stuff. I was actually messing around with stuff leading up to the stream, and so I made this. Anyway, I've got a lot of different stuff that I was testing out and whatever, just to make sure the idea actually works, and then I've got more ideas to try out. But yeah, if you were to rotate something, there are no actual rotation joints in KSP2. They don't have the robotics or anything like that to work with that. I tried doing something here with these docking things, but they don't have the rotation stuff that KSP1 does. But I can still launch the rocket and let it go like that. Whee! Oh boy. Oh boy. Not perfect. I want to see how far I can launch this thing, though. This is pretty much as tall as I can make it. And I know putting these rockets underneath would obviously work better. But hey, trebuchets are fun, and that's why we use them. Whee! Much better throw. Oh, we're going up over a kilometer. Yo, we could probably fine-tune that to try and hit the ocean. I'm gonna splat. KSP2 doesn't have 90% what KSP1 has, it feels like. The big things it's missing are resource harvesting and robotics. There are some things it does have, which I will get into very shortly. Let's see. So I think if I can fine-tune it, I might hit the ocean. Alright, that one was a little more horizontal. Oh! Ocean! Just don't want to splat. Because of that, I'm technically not going to hit the water. I would have hit the water, though. Here's what I can do. Yeah. There we go. We're going to the ocean. Yeah, whatever. All right, one more try, and then I'll move on to the next thing. Except bugs. KSP2 has a lot more bugs than KSP1. I've been thinking about making a video, because everyone rags on KSP2, and there are a lot of areas it deserves it. But I'm thinking of making a video of the things that KSP2 actually does have that KSP1 doesn't have. Because there are some things that KSP2 has, KSP1 doesn't. Rings on Dres, for example. I think I hit the water. Ah, man, so much potential. I feel really bad for all the staff. Yeah, there's just so much secrecy. So much, they didn't put their heart into it, like the creator and then team for KSP1. Maybe I can go aerodynamic. Alright, well, that's enough of that. The whole trebuchet idea. That's fun. So the other thing, I put together a few things to try. The other thing I discovered is that wings are editable, something you don't have in KSP1. Wings are editable, and you can edit them to be rather large. These are large wings. Let me give you for scale. Here is a seat that a Kerbal would sit in. I believe the wing is 50 meters across, and so 2 wings. Is it 50 meters? Hold on, I know how I can find out. Put the seat way over there. Where'd it go? I lost the seat. If I put a seat here, I can actually find out. Hold on. I'll admit, some VAB things are easier in KSP1. But the VAB is bigger in KSP2. Alright, we'll just, I don't even know which seat needs to be filled. One of them, I'm going to find out just how big this wing is. Man, look at that. Alright, so to the center is 60 meters. Oh, there's... there it is. I found where the seat went. Let's see. I put a bunch of reaction wheels on this. It still might not be enough, though. No? Okay. Yeah, not really do anything. I thought about making a space station of some sort with basically just make a huge box using these wings. I don't know how I'd get that thing to orbit. But the good news is that each wing is only one part. And so it shouldn't lag the game very much by having, you know, maybe 10 humongous parts. It's a lot better than having 100 small parts. Alright. So that was another thing. Space stations, trying to make like big boxes and stuff. That's another thing I've really looked forward to. Alright. Now, let's get into something that I would say is even more fun. You have to trust me on this one. So one thing that I saw, or that I looked forward to with KSP2, with multiplayer, was going to be racing. So here's the idea. With a lot of race games, you know, who's the better driver is obviously a factor. But there aren't many games where who's the better engineer comes into play. So the idea would be, you know, you make a kart, get around some sort of track as fast as you can. So this is one thing that I came up with. Obviously, it's a kart. It's got a reaction wheel in it, so it doesn't flip backwards when I accelerate. It's got some solar on it. Make those batteries last longer and all that. And it's got a little engine, so I can do some hops. I couldn't figure out any other way to make hops work, but it's got them. So, and obviously I need the reaction wheel, so I can turn and not flip over. Obviously I could do a much wider vehicle, but there's a lot of complications with that. And plus, skinny can be fun too. So yeah, with this engine here, obviously I can just fly with it. It's fairly well centered, center of mass. Yeah. Yeah. Ha ah! And we're driving around the bowl. Yeah, man. Like, you imagine having 4 people driving around doing this? Oh, man, it would be so fun. That alone, just multiplayer on the ground, I feel like would be so fun. Can I climb up this thing? Is this solid? I would assume it's solid. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Sometimes it's a little difficult. There we go. There we go. We're going up. Yeah, man. Imagine get 4 friends together. Build your carts. That alone would be a huge thing. Okay. That's okay. We're fine. Can I jump out of this bowl? I would assume so. My cart here is fairly sturdy. Whee! Probably gonna need a little assistance to not totally mess up the landing. There we go. Ah! Well. We'll flip this thing over. I know I'm covering the fuel. Don't worry, though. In fact, maybe I'll get rid of myself real quick. There we go. Yeah, you just imagine. Get some friends together. Build some carts. Smash into buildings. Oh, what did I break? I don't actually see anything. Maybe a battery. I think I just broke a battery. That's alright. These water towers, or are they like fuel reserves? You never really look very close at the Kerbal Space Center. Okay. Brakes. Ah! Ah, dang it. It's okay, my thing is kind of sturdy. Broke another thing. I don't even know what I broke. Oh, the reaction wheel. Okay. Yeah, man, this whole space center. There's even a car park way over here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, okay, I've foobarred this thing. Pretty sure I made a quick save while I was driving. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, who could engineer the best cart? It'd be so much fun. Again, I almost don't even care about the whole space side of it for the multiplayer. But I think we could have a lot of fun. Also, with this update, by the way, the latest update, they fixed flags. So, like, they actually show up right now. They show up correctly. Little hop. Yeah, man, the things that you could do. Just a little engineer and race competition between some friends. Whee! Ah! I broke one of my batteries. I have 2. Oh, and I broke the reaction wheel. That's alright. So I want to go actually look around the car park because it's not just a block anymore. You can actually go inside it and drive around in the parking structure. Not to mention the whole jumping on buildings thing is also pretty rad. Yeah, I like my little jump cart. I think it's also pretty rad. Okay, there's not much to explore that direction, is there? Just over here. Yeah, there's a big dome up there, too. Let's look at the car park, then we can go look at the dome. They really put a lot of detail into the Kerbal Space Center. Alright, we just gotta hop the river. Oops! Never mind that. Did not hop the river. Some loading, not all of it. Some loading is actually faster in KSP2, particularly starting up the game and when you build a rocket, getting it out to the launch pad. I feel like that's faster. The good news is when I roll over, I don't break. I just stop. I don't break anything. I kind of forgot about the whole water situation, so let's go around it a little bit. Pole. Those poles are solid, by the way. The trees are not, but the poles are. Alright, we'll quick save there. We're right by the dome, so we might as well take a look up there. Oh, overshot. As I try to fly my cart. Come on, don't fall off. I imagine this dome is like a satellite dish or something. I don't know. It's a really big dome, though. Well, there's a satellite dish right there, so no point in this one being a... What is this thing? That's what I'm wondering. Huh. Just a big dome. This is the research and development center, right? So maybe this is where they do their research. The research dome. Alright, let's see how well I can come off this thing. Nice. Yeah, this thing can actually take some hits. I only need just a little bit of oh, hold on. That didn't work. Okay, this is not going to end well. I was going to say, I only need a little bit of slowing down. Oh, my poor Kerbal. Oh no, he's dead! Except he's not. Oh, he passed out! I forgot I turned that on. Cool. I wish there was first-person view. That'd be so much fun, too. Did they have that at one point and get rid of it? Or am I thinking of KSP1? KSP1 has first-person view. Alright, let's go check out this dang car park. I keep talking about it. Parking structure. Somewhere over this direction. We can scroll out quite far. Figure out where it is. Okay. Take the next right. Yeah, the Space Center is so big that it can be hard to find stuff sometimes. And there's trees all over the place. It's not just open, flat grass like KSP1. I know there's definitely a lot of gripes about functionality. But looks are doing pretty good in a lot of areas. Oh, there's that functionality issue. I've noticed sometimes when you're driving, it'll just sort of do that. Like every kilometer or so, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something to do with loading a new area. I don't know. Yeah, so there's a car park here. It used to just sort of be like a big collision block, but now you can actually go in here. Try not to fall over. This thing doesn't handle like a car per se. A lot of leaning. I guess I am up high, kinda. Ow. I know the car park is pretty empty. But again, imagine you get a few friends together. It's like race to the top of the car park, or something. And then I cheat and use my my jet engine or something. Yeah, man. Whoop. I don't know why it's lagging a little bit there. Just does that, I guess. Whoops. Whoop. Not the best driver, that's for sure. So I want to get to the top of this car park, and then I can actually jump to the next one. If you do it right, you can jump without needing an engine or anything like that. Kind of hard. Or you can just use an engine. Definitely makes it easier. Trying to turn left and tilt left to not flip over, actually kind of challenging. Because you don't push them quite equal. No, I overcooked that. Yeah, you don't push them quite the same. And turning actually speeds you up just a little bit, so you get going kind of fast. Alright, so we're on the car park. Now let's see if we can do this jump without the jet engine. I keep saying jet engine. It's not actually a jet engine. Ah. Hold on, we can try again. I broke something. Oh, I broke the reaction wheel. Yeah, the invisible wall is a little tall right there. That's okay. Because we have a little engine. Imagine playing Kerbal Space Program, but I never actually get to flying. Don't even, well, I guess I am flying my little cart. Whee! Up! There's another jump that I'd like to try over here. Just gotta remember not tilt forward. So smooth. Yeah, going to this right here. Up. That did not turn out great. Yeah, jumping to that roof over there. It can be done without the jet, without the engine. Yep. Nope. I'm trying to use the reaction wheel to pull the front up without the brakes, without the vehicle slowing down. It's kind of not working. That's okay. Acceleration on this thing's pretty good. Whee! Then we can jump to over here. Uh-oh. Straighten out. Good. Ah! Yeah, man, if I just had a few friends to play this with, it'd be great. Are these stairs or a ramp? Oh, they're stairs. Man, I gotta not crash this thing, because then I gotta reload. If that reaction wheel dies, then, well, obviously I'll lose a lot of control. Alright, I wanna go take a look over on the helipad up there. I think that'll be fun. I'm having fun driving around, checking out everything. Yeah, what do we got over here exactly? Ah, dang it. I keep forgetting to not tilt forward when I use my engine to get up in the air a little bit. It's kind of a problem. Alright, let's try that again and not crash. I imagine quick saves will just have to not exist in multiplayer. I don't know a good way to... I can't imagine a good way to make that work. I think they did say something about multiplayer, like, it's only if you're on the same time, so like year one, day one sort of thing. But if you're on different times, then it's not that way. Ah, dang it. I still have the reaction wheel. What did I actually lose? I think it was just a solar panel. Yeah, let's take a look up here. Gonna need a lot of engine, a lot of fuel. Yeah. Who's it? Oh, nice. There's a little ramp here. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah, man, this thing's durable. I'd love to try racing this. Oh, boy. Oh, we got some nice little jumpy thingies. Hold on. I think I can put them to use. Alright, here we go. Going for a jump right here. Whee! Oh, that was a little lackluster. Yeah, man, this cart is so great for checking out the Space Center here. That's pretty much it, though. I mean, kind of looked at everything, didn't we? Yeah. Well, another thing that obviously would be great if KSP2 eventually got to having it would be not that. It would be the colonies. And you can make big structures, but there's problems with that if you get them too big, and there's no mining or anything like that to actually gain fuel. Have I been to the top of this one? Do I have enough fuel to get to the top of this one? No. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, that was actually kind of cool. Huh. Didn't break anything. Wow. Not Dojalo, welcome. I'm just enjoying my time at the Kerbal Space Center here. Just seeing everything there is to see. Whee! I am out of fuel. And that's unfortunate. Yeah, man, little cart. This is like almost first-person view. That bar doesn't rotate. That's a shame. So, have they ever explained what's going to be with all these circles here? I mean, there's kind of like 4 of everything. The implication being 4-player multiplayer, I would assume. I don't actually know, though. Anyway, let's revert here. Now that we've had our fun looking around. Yeah. Let's see. I've also made various planes and labs. Oh yeah, I launched a Tylo ship. Let me show you how tall this thing is. It's just... Hold on. There we go. Man. And that thing is actually in orbit at this very moment, waiting for Jewel. You know what? Should we just go to Tylo? Because I do have that mission up next. Let's see. We'll track that one too. I don't need you. Well, I guess we're gonna go do that. I've kind of covered the various things I was hoping for a little quicker than I thought I would. That's okay. Alright, let's get our orbits lined up here. Obviously, I've got some things at each place already. Alright. Hopefully that is lined up. Now let's go grab our ship and go. Tylo ship. Yeah, man, this thing's is big. Let's see. I want to get around this side here. I've got some extra fuel that in the back here that I need to get rid of. This will turn around eventually. Anyway, what I've actually got here, this is kind of dark. It's not great. Well, I've got 7 Kerbals, which is a lot more than I'd normally bring with me. But I've got this lab that'll hang around the Jool system, and I've got my my lander to go to Tylo. Let's be honest, the hydrogen, whatever, 50-something hydrogen, plus this big ol' engine, it's the only way to go. Well, it's definitely the best way. Anyway. Yeah, I'm taking this whole thing, the Jool system. Once we separate here, it's pretty much almost gonna look... It's gonna look like a dumbbell. It's what it's gonna look like. Emphasis on the dumb part. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's gonna be. So, I don't like space junk, and I've done a pretty good job at keeping junk out of space so far. So I need to get some Delta V out of this, and then lose it on the other side of the Kerbin. And then we can actually go to Jool. Alright, help me turn around. Grab some science while we're at it, why not? I want to save like 50 meters per second or so. Just so I don't have space junk. I don't like space junk. Okay. Go around. Got that science. You get to deorbit. Obviously, it kind of makes the whole thing on trajectory to deorbit, but then we separate. And fortunately, it's a little less to rotate, so it's a little quicker. So the Delta V doesn't quite accurately represent what I've got here. I've got these coupled together right here. Once they separate, so together, this one's 5,000 meters per second. That's enough to get out to Jool. But once they separate, each one is about 14,000 when full. This one will be full the whole time. And this one, at least 7,000 meters per second in this one. And yeah, 14,000 or so in this one. Alright. Hopefully I don't bump into that. Oops. Pull these in just to be sure. It looks like it's going to be kind of a close shave here. But we need to get back to orbital. Very good. Alright, we can stick our solar panels back out. Stick the okay. They take a little while, don't they? Okay, let's go to Tylo, huh? Let's see if we can line this up reasonably well. Alright, that's further than I need. Well, look at that. Oh, don't freeze, game. Come on. Okay, so let's get this lined up here. Let's see. Let's see. Real quick, I actually need to go use the bathroom. So you can look at my cool ship for a few minutes. I'll be back. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just getting some music for you. Alright, I'll be back. Back. Maybe I'll leave the music going for a minute. It's kind of like spacey thinking music. I don't know. We are already looking towards Jewel with this trajectory. Wrong thing. Look towards Jewel. We are pretty close. Once we're out in space a little bit, we'll need to adjust course. That's all right. Okay, I'll call that good. Get rotated to the right rotation. Yeah, man. The dumbbell. This thing's great. I've got all the signs I could need. I won't be visiting the other moons while I'm out there. Probably just Tylo. Maybe like Val, too, or something. Not Lathe. Probably not the others. But most importantly, I'm gonna go complete the last mission of the game. Again, I'm pretty sure I've done this on stream before. Probably with a different rocket, but this is just way easier. I like to rotate before I time skip, or time warp, because you don't want to miss when you gotta do your burn. Ready, set, quick save, and time warp. We'll go ahead a little bit here. Oh, some science over the mountains. Dope. Jack O'Hearn, what'd you miss? Oh, you missed me fooling around a lot. I was doing like some trebuchet stuff. Or catapult, if that's your fancy. I was doing some driving around in a cart. I was exploiting the whole wing. What do you call it? With wings, how you can kind of change their shape and whatever. I made the large wing really large. So yeah, that's what you missed. now we're going out to Tylo. Because why not? This thing's not really going down. Oh, it is going down. Did I start my burn early, or? I don't quite know what's going on there. Sounds like your usual Friday. Yeah. Man, I can't wait if it ever even happens. So much unconfirmed. I can't wait for multiplayer. Being able to, like, just drive carts around and race with your friends. Not just a driving challenge, but an engineering challenge too. It'd be dope. Yo, time warping while with the engines on, more than 4 times time warp. That's something KSP2 has that KSP1 does not. Alright, we should enter the Joule system momentarily. Yep. Looks good to me. Alright, and they're on their way. We need to leave Kerbin's sphere of influence before we can complete our maneuver. Let's see. That's my satellite. It only just barely was able to get captured. Okay. My spacecraft is a little large. I can understand if it's having a little trouble. Just trying to select Joule here. I wish selecting from outside of the sphere of influence, it would just only select the planet. Alright, get our final adjustments here. We're trying to go for Tylo. This sucker right here. We do have plenty of Delta V. We're already on our way out there. We've got 3,000 while these ships are combined. Obviously we will have more once they separate. I don't quite know where I want to leave my satellite portion of my ship. Maybe I'll leave it just around Joule or something. I don't know. I didn't really think that far ahead. Alright, looks like we're not getting a Tylo encounter. That's okay. Who wants to have an encounter? You go for Val. Sometimes it's hard to get these precise encounters. Doesn't always work out. There is some precision issue. There is some difficulty with getting precision sometimes. Oops, wrong way. Go away, periapsis. Oh, did I lose Val? Oh, there it is. Sorry, gotta see all these adjustments. Looks like we'll take a stop at Val before we visit Tylo. Nope. Oh. Oh. Alright, we are gonna call... Fine, we'll call that good. With multiplayer, we could have spaceship battles. Not sure if they will add actual weapons for the ships. If not, we can still crash and ram each other. I mean, you can have guided missiles. That's pretty easy to make in Kerbal Space Program. And if not guided missiles, you can like put shrapnel in their way. Anything coming at them more than like 20 meters per second is probably gonna break stuff. Man, yeah. You imagine like make a Kessler bomb. You know what Kessler syndrome is? That, but it's like the space equivalent of a shotgun. Although somehow you'd have to deploy that without you crashing. So I don't know. Alright, go get our final correction burn for Tylo. KSP1 was better at ramping up and down the time warp rather than skipping from no time warp to super time warp. Now, it's okay if we don't wait the 20 seconds here. Yeah, when you're this far out, you can lose that much precision. That's okay. So we'll arrive with like almost exactly 3,000 meters per second, which is nice because we're going to want to slow this whole party down. That will be plenty for that purpose. Let's see how well this lines up here. Pretty good. I'm gonna leave that alone that way, I think. Dipping just a little bit into Joule. Not quite what I want, but that's okay. We can skip on over to Joule and correct once we're that close. If I don't correct, it's going to send me pretty far out, looks like. Yeah, if interstellar travel became a thing, I mean, obviously, you'd want to set up on one of the bases, one of the moons around Joule, because the gravity assist off of Joule, like, it's crazy to try and go interstellar. It's crazy good gravity assist. I feel like Joule is actually very forgiving. Got a huge sphere of influence, so it's easy to get captured. A lot of gravity bodies to work with there, and yeah, lots to work with. Jack, drilling holes in a wall to put up some shelves. Well, I hope they are good, strong shelves. Let's see just how much science we get on this trip as well. I visited Dres before coming here, because Dres is the best. And, got a lot of science while I was at it. So, here's the question. One of my missions is dip into the atmosphere of Joule and get a survey. So the question is, do I want to do that with the whole ship? Probably not. This trajectory would make that happen. But I don't quite want to make that happen. Not with this whole thing. I am prepared to, you know, I got some heat shield tile situation going on here. Because obviously I'll need to get back to Kerbin. But this should handle going through Joule just fine as well. I've got all my scientific instruments that I need as well. I don't know if anyone's ever done this sort of heat shield tile thing. Rather than one humongous heat shield, I feel like this is actually better. It took me until now to figure that out, but yeah. Also, the inflatable heat shields are absolute bogus. Because I keep trying to use them, and then they fail from overheating. Imagine that. They can't handle the heat. Yeah. Alright, we'll just get a little distance there. It won't take very much to get captured by Joule once we get down here. Like, what exactly will it take? Literally 200 meters per second. Less than that. But we want to get captured better. Okay, this is actually perfect. We'll get captured. We'll get Tyloed. No, tell you what, actually. We kind of don't want Tylo yet. because I want Tylo to be like my last stop. This puts us by Tylo and Lathe. If I can, you know, go by them a little bit, that'd be good. If I can get a close orbit with Lathe, that'd be good. Can't really adjust that very well right here. It's okay. We can course correct while we're going about it. A thing meant to take the heat can't take the heat. It's like sponges. Are sponges meant to take heat? I was unaware of this. Okay, well this will put us by Tylo and then Lathe, and hopefully we can course correct a little bit, because this will probably send us into Joule if we're not careful. Cool. Alright. It takes like a month to fall in to this, like fall into Joule basically. From the edge of the sphere of influence down to all the way in here. Such a long time. So green, man. Let's see. Obviously, Joule is supposed to be modeled after Jupiter. Or the thought is after Jupiter, anyway. We got some storms and stuff. Jupiter, I think, has a much bigger storm. But Jupiter's bigger. Bigger than this fake planet. Alright, prepare for burn. 10 seconds. They're meant to take water, but if they stay on the water for too long, they get dirty, become yellow, and deforms, also get mossy. Wait, are we talking about sea sponges or like plastic sponges meant for cleaning dishes? That's why the sponge holders usually have little holes in the bottom. Okay, dish sponges. Yeah, I guess you got a point there. Sponges can like degrade, for sure. I don't know. My problem with sponges is that they get moldy. Maybe that's what you meant by mossy. But yeah, if you have a sponge for very long, it gets moldy, and then you don't want to be scrubbing that mold all over your dishes. It's gross. All right, got our science. We will need to dip into Joule again. But I want to set up my orbiting thing around Tylo, I think. Okay. Yeah, do I want to stop around Tylo? That's my problem when I get out here. I just don't even know what I want to do. Tell you what, we're gonna drop off our orbiting station around Tylo. Let's see, that means we gotta go. We've got to speed up or something. I want to get close to Tylo because, you know, Oberth effect, all that. Take advantage. Let's see. I think it's more efficient. I don't know. I don't know which direction is actually more efficient. Getting close to Tylo. Let's take a look. It's pretty close to equatorial. That's actually probably good right there. And the dumbbell continues to fly. These will separate soon. It'll no longer be a dumbbell at that point. Isn't moldy when fungus gets on it. Moss is vegetation that grows on the slight presence of water. Maybe. I thought mold was more of like a little spore kind of thing, and it'll feel greasy, whereas I thought moss was well, you might be right about the whole fungus thing. Moss is more like a plant that is How do you describe moss? Moss is a plant that's basically hair, and it usually likes to grow in wet places. But like outdoor wet places. No, I've never seen moss in a house. Alright, ready for correction burn. Waiting for the timer. There's a little bit of slowdown here. Look at the rocket. Look at it. The flying dumbbell. I have tested like how many of these hydrogen nuclear things can you do. And like 2 or 3 is about the max before it's just too unwieldy and very much not worth it. Yeah, 1's great, 2's alright, 3 is like doable. I tried doing like 5, what was it? It's either 5 or 7 once. It was basically unusable. Alright, Tylo would like to kick us out of the Joule system. That's okay, because we're going to slow down when we get there. Get our science from up here. And then still getting that science on our way in. Still getting that science. Alright. I know some science takes a while. The internet has ruined me when I see the dumbbell. Oh, okay. You say it looks like nuts. Are you talking about peanuts? That's the only nuts I can think of with that particular shape. Alright, we are almost at periapsis here. I don't need a maneuver node to tell me how to slow down. Alright, where is the landing site? It's there. I guess while I'm here, I could land, I could do it. I'm really full on fuel with this top one, so I'm going to use a lot more because I'm a lot heavier. But whatever, we're here. Let's do it. Maybe we can visit some other places around here. Alright. Still waiting for it to rotate. I mean, it's quick enough that it obviously works. But yeah, dang, it's slow. And the thrust weight ratio is not great on this. Fortunately, we can time warp. Got that science, and still getting more science too. Yeah, I'll leave this orbiting station around Tylo. And what I can actually do, because I have the docking ports, if I really need to, I can grab extra fuel. Ooh, actually, I can leave fuel in orbit here. Transfer it into the other one. And then only take like half a tank of fuel down with me. Which is still like 9,000 meters per second. Still plenty. I think that's what I'll do. Trying to get a more circular orbit, if I can. Man, thrust weight ratio sucks so much on this. I do like that they added the time warp notification down here. Nice thing to see. Let's see. There we go. Raise the periapsis a little bit. Getting close here. Yeah, that's good enough for me. All right, let's get in the sunlight, and I think it's finally time to separate these things. Yeah, we'll need a few orbits to line up with that. Okay. So we need to transfer some fuel here. Fortunately, there's only 2 tanks. We're actually going to empty this one a bit. About half should do. So now this one will keep doing experiments, and we can separate here. Here we go. All right, so now research one has unknown delta V, and landing one has like 7,000. We're orbiting. I hope we have enough delta V actually. It's probably enough, but I'm not totally confident. So, where are the Kerbals? They're in here. You can rotate around and kind of see them here. Where are my solar panels working? Where are they? Oh, they're kind of buried in there, aren't they? Well, Kerbals are in there, all 4 of them. Valentina here is in a great spot for getting out. Now, why'd I put that away? About that solar. Oh, blocked, huh? It worked before. Well, we might just have to deal with that. Okay, let's orbit until we're lined up here. We're not going to hit that one. Good. Apparently the periapsis is just low enough to be annoying. You know what? Let's raise that periapsis just a little bit. Be a little less annoying. Oh, turn the engine on. I don't know exactly what height. Hopefully that. Yay. Okay. Well, I think it's time to try landing this thing. Obviously, the engine's tucked up into this thing, because this engine is ginormous. But with the legs out and all that, it'll land fine. And yeah, normally I would go for a lot lighter solution here. There's a lot of weight that could be shed here, but I wanted some niceties. All right, deorbit burn. I should have enough thrust weight ratio for this, but we're gonna find out. You see how long it takes me to slow down. Thrust weight ratio is like, I don't know, 1.4 or something. It's enough, but certainly could be more. Try and line up here. Yeah, Tylo is like basically the size of Kerbin. Orbital speeds and all that jazz is pretty similar. There's just no aero braking, which makes it a lot harder to stop. I suppose leaving is a little easier, though. Alright, let's see just how close we are. We're looking pretty good here. We still need to slow down a lot. Yeah, I'm still coming in pretty fast. But the alignment is looking great here. I think we're slowing down fast enough. We'll find out. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever landed on Tylo without at least one quick save. I'm gonna overshoot this. Yeah, see? Doesn't always work out the way you want. Yeah, we're gonna overshoot it. Not by a lot, but we still are. This will be a good practice landing. We'll put the legs down. Some very big legs. I'll be honest, we might be coming in too fast here. While we do have the thrust to weight ratio, technically, to land here and lift off, we're still coming in too fast. So, yeah, we'll be reverting our save in a moment here. I want to see how much we slow down. What's the difference? About 200 meters per second. Okay. So we were about 200 meters per second too fast. Good to know. Yeah. So right about here. What's that? Like the start of this dark area? We'll say that's our slowdown start. If I can turn quick enough. We're really well aligned, so I don't want to mess with that. Obviously, we're also going to have to deal with the coming down speed. Okay, now we are actually gonna come up a little short. It's okay, we can cancel out some of the vertical velocity. Rotate around like this. Yeah, the engines are just constantly on. Okay, we're still looking good. Maybe we need to look south a little bit, actually. Yeah, as long as the engines are burning, we're good on electricity. Alright, we're actually slowed down pretty good here. Turn the engines off for just a bit. You know, in Star Wars, Episode 2, Clone Wars, those, whatever ships at the end, they're basically, you know, spheres with legs, just like this thing. You know, obviously at the time I thought, it's not a very good spaceship design. It doesn't look, you know, cool and spaceshipy. But realistically, it's obviously a practical design in some cases. There's no atmosphere here, so I'll probably use more Delta V with landing than with what do you call it? Liftoff. So because of that, so I had 7,000 something. It looks like I'll be landing with still about 4,000 meters per second Delta V. That's great. I should have enough. Now, obviously, my Kerbal's not gonna get down to the surface. I don't have a ladder or any means for that to happen. But there's enough space up here. I'm pretty sure I can get a surface sample from up in my cabin up here. Obviously, that's something that'll probably be fixed in the future. But we're not there yet. Alright, landing on Tylo. Ooh, yeah. We did it, everybody. Landed at the Tylo Monument. We beat the game. Everyone knows that 10 Kerbals to even back is the real final boss of this game. Alright, on the next orbit, I'm pretty sure we could rendezvous with that ship. Alright, while that's going, Valentina can hop out here. And I hope it's stable enough. We're gonna find out. Yeah, this is a pretty stable ship. Awesome. I'm hesitant to, like, go down like that. I just want to make sure she can still get back to her seat. Technically, I can place a flag here, even though she's not on the ground, but... Tylo Monument. Yeah, man, I was looking forward to, you know, the second solar system as well. I don't actually know which one of these is supposed to represent Kerbal. I assume the yellow one, but... I mean, Kerbal's... Where is Kerbal? Yeah, Kerbal's more yellow, huh? Not really so white. Ah, the flag didn't work here. I was talking earlier about how they fix flags. It's only if you're, like, close enough to Kerbin that the flags are actually fixed. Alright, well, we got all of the science. Now, if we can manage to land about, like, what's that? 100 meters that direction. Oh, I didn't realize there's a shadow for this big guy. Oh, look at that. What direction even is that? Okay. Considering that we humans have a 300 meters per second, 300 millisecond reaction time, by the time we can read it, we are on the past. I mean, even if you just consider the speed of light, the words going from the page to your brain, by the time you've read something, you know, it's already outdated information. Alright, let's do this. See if I can land over here without too much trouble. Ping pong ball. For real. But I mean, the ping pong ball works. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ping pong ball down. This is why we have to use quick saves with Tylo. Ha! My legs made me jump a little bit there. A little helpful. Kind of. Try to cancel out my horizontal velocity just a little bit. Uh-oh. Yep, ping pong ball down. Actually, the ping pong ball is super smooth. Looks more like a golf ball. Actually, you're probably right. Yeah, this is more like a golf ball. See if I can actually land off to the side over here. This ring of rocks gives a pretty definite idea on the boundaries of this space here. Maybe I can get a better landing this time. There we go. A lot better. Alright, I think we got enough battery to do these further sciencey thingies. Valentina, you do your stuff. There was no reason for me to bring 4 Kerbals with me, but I did. And I should turn the lights on in here. Yeah, poor guys. They've been in the dark this whole time. I thought about their comfort. I just didn't turn the lights on. Alright. We will time warp while the science happens. There we go. A lot of good science. Alright. We're done here on Tylo. It's a shame Tylo is, like, so hard to explore and so far away. Once we have, if and when we get colonies, that's someplace I'd like to explore. Because, like, it's the size of Kerbin, but really hard to explore. Or really hard to go to and whatever. And I'm sure the only place anyone ever goes is here. Like, is there something over here? Is there something at the North Pole? I don't know. No one cares to go there. Why is this purplish red? I don't know. Alright, so we are going to hopefully get back up to orbit. I'm going to wait until the other... Oh, okay, I'm going to wait for the next pass. Okay. Let's go to orbit. Put my legs away here. Legs also remind me of those darn Star Wars spiders. Yeah. I remember those too. Alright, there's no atmosphere, so we don't really need to go up very much. Mostly just sideways. Having a good time, guys? There's some light. It's a shame the solar panels won't spread. Oh, hold on. Nah, we're good. Alright, we can keep the lights on. And close that. Yeah, my quick save reload must have fixed it. You forgot to close it? Oh, you're talking about the thing I just closed. I don't know, I feel like we're in, we are in flight mode now. Hold on, we gotta... What direction I gotta go? I gotta go a little more northward to rendezvous here. That is our target. I want to try and get the orbits pretty close. It'd be great if I could. I know we don't have a high apoapsis, but I mean it's going up. This is the efficient way to do it. Yeah, orbits are lining up pretty good. Well, better than they were a minute ago, anyway. Alright. Pull this over just a little bit. I know in KSP1 you can kind of do some programming with rockets. I don't believe there's any option for that in KSP2. But they did say that the way that like resource harvesting and stuff would work for colonies is you'd like do a mission once, and then once you've proven that you can do it, then every time period your colony would get resources again. So I'm imagining, I don't know if we'll have automated flight. Well, I don't know if we'll have anything with KSP2. I don't know if the plan included automated flight. But if it but it would have at least included some like they go do the flying for you kind of situation. Alright, we're pretty close to this one. It'll probably be like on the other side that we rendezvous. In the dark. That's okay. I don't think my lights are particularly helpful with the docking situation. We have enough Delta V. We'll rendezvous, grab some hydrogen, and be on our way. Oh, dang it. I forgot to make that prograde. Yeah, we'll probably have our rendezvous on the other side of the moon here. What would be the lazy way to do it? To do what? To rendezvous? Alright, looks like we'll actually rendezvous on this side. Fine by me. How close can we get? Okay. Yeah, so there's a little gap. Got about 1,000 meters per second. That's more than enough. Let's see. I think I can align these a little bit better. We'll align this, and then we'll be even closer. Relative speed, 30 meters per second. That's nice. Sometimes I've seen that relative speed be like, you know, a few hundred meters per second. It's like, man, I gotta waste so much Delta V. Alright, pretty well lined up now. Alright, and then the last question. Can I line us up anymore? Nah, we'll just go around. Once we're within a few kilometers of each other, we could work with that. Poor Tim's got the solar panels in his face. Okay, switch over to target. Gotta catch up with that one. It should hopefully be a pretty easy docking. I mean, things right here up on the front. I know some people use RCS to help with their docking. I've never done that. I just use reaction wheels and engines. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way. In fact, I'm probably the one doing it wrong if there is a wrong way. But it works out. My dockings go splendid. Alright, now we got to catch up. Let's look at... Yeah, there we go. We'll get half a kilometer away, and then we'll readjust. Okay, we're like right underneath it, aren't we? Oh, dang it, we passed it. on, slow down. Trying to catch up with this retrograde here. It's all over the place. What the heck? Whoa! Calm yourself. What the heck's going on here? Well, that explains some of that. Where? There it is. Going kind of crazy, huh? Alright, head towards the target. We'll flip around. Meanwhile, target is figuring itself out. Once we're together, we could actually move these out elsewhere. But I think this is the only refuel I actually need. Everywhere else I'm going is fairly low gravity. Right. And continue to flip around. Once I'm within like 200 meters per second or so, then I'll be able to like see parts and set my target properly. But yeah, this is how I do docking. Perhaps a little imprecise, but works well enough for me. Alright, slow down. AE86, welcome to the stream. If you're a Toyota, I think you are so cool. We're just trying to dock some spaceships here. Let's see, can I get a view of that docking port? Excellent. Now, if I do this right, I won't even have to put solar panels away. This thing's actually got even more, what do you call it? Even more ability to rotate itself. Reaction wheels, that's a word. Alright, ready for final approach. Approach at a good 2 meters per second. These ships might miss a little bit, actually. We'll see. They might still catch each other. We'll find out. Yeah, we could add a little more speed. Yeah, they're gonna miss. Hold on. Retract solar panels. Uh-oh. They're so close. Alright, hold on. We almost got it, but we didn't. I am currently balancing a broomstick with a hammer so I can verify if the shelf is properly balanced. It's one way of doing it. A bubble level's another way. Or a tray of water. Or a plate of water. Lots of ways. Lots of ways to do it. Why can't I choose? Oh, I can't do retrograde because it's what do you call it? I'm too slow. let's get this dock going. Looking a lot better this time. Yeah, if you try from too far away, sometimes you miss. That's the effect of the planet's, or the moon's gravity. Oh, come on. There we go. Congratulations, us. We did it. Okay, now we need to, I guess I'm going to leave this here, aren't I? Yeah, so... Well, let's... Hold on. I'm not completely set on that idea. Let's turn you off. And this one's still on, right? Alright, we should have about 5,000 meters per second. I don't care what it says. I don't care. So yeah, then the question becomes, where do I want to stick this space station? I'd much rather have it around Val, but at the same time... I'm overcomplicating this. I should just head home. Maybe I'll pass through Val. We need some fuel, though. That much is not in question. I don't want to take everything, just most of it. In fact, I'll give some back. Cool. Okay. Fuel transfer complete. Let's undock and... Hold on. Okay, yeah. For a moment, they looked like they just weren't separating. So, about 7,000 meters per second. That's still plenty. This one, 4,300. Yeah, that's also still plenty. I could get those Kerbals back home if I wanted on that. Alright, so... I would like to visit Val. Let's see what it's going to take to make that happen. I just want to do Val and then go home. I'm not going to visit everything here. Val's a nice place. Hold on, I thought I had it for a moment. You know what? That works. Whatever this is, it works. Let's go to Val. Get the solar panels back out. I think we're far enough away. Yep. I just want to take a little, also take some back. That's just colonization of Brazil. That's kind of most places, I think. Yep. These parachutes, by the way, it's got 8 parachutes. It is enough to land this thing on Kerbin, but you do kind of have to use the engine to assist with your final slowdown. Are my heat shield tiles in the right place? Yeah, I guess so. The engine's just sort of like rotated or something. Just looks askew. Alright, prepare to burn. Ready, set. I was just a tad early. Yep, still got our 4 Kerbals. Again, there's not really a good reason to bring that many with me, but I did. So, yeah. I still have not completed Not an any game file. I haven't completed the Eve mission, by the way. It is that hard. I've done an Eve mission in KSP1 successfully. Have not been able to do it in KSP2. It's hard. Alright, we'll do a course correction midway. Okay, let's go. Whee! Yeah, man, it really is just a gravity playground around here. Let's see. I think I want to burn up. Try and get a little more equatorial on this thing. You know, in a way, me playing KSP2 when nobody else does that make me a little bit of a rarity on YouTube? Does that give me any clout? Or does it make me a fool? That's the question. If you play something that no one else plays because they all think it sucks. I guess when I phrase it like that, that does not sound cool. I would like to orbit Val a little bit before I set down there. Alright, here I come, Val. Taking Val to Val. Alright, get our high orbit science. Do we have enough time? Oh yeah, 21 minutes. Yeah, we got time. Not seen many people talking about it. Oh. I installed one support. I balanced the broomstick with a hammer to keep it flat so I can measure the height for the next support. Oh, okay. Cool. I've been doing some construction at work lately. Turned some storage units into a whole office. So, you know, there's electrical, there's ventilation, there's just everything you can think of. Laying carpet, and just today I hung a clock on the wall. It may be little things, but can't get away from it. I guess I must be somewhat good at it, because they keep asking me to do it. Obviously, I want to land on the lit side if I can. Got that science. Good. Alright. Almost brought that apoapsis down far enough. We'll call it good there. Alright. Val's just sort of all the same to me. I am unaware of any special areas on Val. So we're just gonna land literally anywhere. This area looks nice. No deed is small if you are alive, because even living is a challenge. Talking about hanging the clock or something else. Yeah, living can be a challenge sometimes. I suppose it depends. Man, remember how I went to Tylo with only like half a tank of fuel, and I could still barely land that? Makes me glad I didn't try it with a full tank. All the extra weight? Oh. Not desirable. Man. I gotta admit, KSP2, it is pretty. They got a lot of visuals really good. Let's see. So this is Highlands, right? Let me, Can I get close to where some Highlands and Lowlands meet or something? Have you seen the Val Lake? Val has a lake? Like liquid? Where? Well, obviously I haven't seen it. Didn't even know about it. I just thought it was a big ice ball. Just trying to find an area that's not Highlands, if I can. Well, I'm not going to explore around too much. Well, let's just grab some science and go. Although, I mean, I could go visit the Val Lake if we can find it. Hold on, I don't want to crash into the ground here. There's a big dip up here. It doesn't look like a lake to me. I've still got tons of fuel to spare. That's why I like this thing. Tons of fuel. And good enough thrust to weight ratio. You can actually go places. Not like ion engines. The only place you can go with those is Gilly. Like, literally only place. Okay, maybe Minmus. Pole and Bop are too far from Kerbal. That's a no-go. Yeah, where's Val's Lake? Is it a big lake? Like, if I just looked at the planet on the map screen, would I see it? Well, it certainly makes me want to go there. It's more efficient to do concentrated burns like this. It's also just a tad more difficult. Uh-oh. 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 Ah! I know I could revert to a save, but, I'm gonna do this way. It's decently sized. Okay, good to know. Oh man, coming in kind of fast here. Ah. I hate low gravity places sometimes. Sometimes low gravity can actually be hard to land on. You bounce around a lot. Stop bouncing! Oh my gosh. Okay. Now just don't bounce the other way. Holy crap. Stop! Ah! This is why I hate landing legs. Like, oh, can we just give a lot more damper on this thing? Oh my gosh. Oh, that only did one of them. Here, let's auto suspension these. I should do them individually. Man. I don't know how they got off auto suspension. Hopefully that's better now. Okay. Landed in the Highlands. Valentina actually does have enough room in here to grab a sample. Are we going to see anything through here? Just a tiny bit of helmet. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't work on the ship. I can actually do a jetpack if I really want to. Okay, let's go to the surface. Obviously on Tylo, it was stable enough. It's a ravine, basically. Okay, so I'll be looking for a ravine kind of thing to find Val's Lake. Man, we are getting some slowdown with the science. We've got enough fuel, that's for sure. Okay. 4,500 meters per second. We only need like a couple thousand or so to get back to Kerbin. Okay, let's... Okay, not go inside the moon. Let's look around here. It could be on the dark side. Circle of some sort over there. Looking for anything that looks like a lake, I guess. Kind of a dark-ish spot. But I would think a lake would have more well-defined something. Edges, that's the word. This is tidal locked. Tidal locked to what do you call it? Joule. So that makes it somewhat of a slow rotation. Hey, Jack, first shelf installed. Good job. And you did it all by yourself. I'm a dad. I'm allowed to make those jokes. Orbital scan commencing. Somewhat of a ravine-looking thing there. Is that it? Is that the lake? So far, it's the most lake ravine-looking thing. I mean, I'll be honest. That looks like a lake. I think we might have found it. I'm in the darkness, right? Yeah. Yeah, very much in the darkness. Honestly, are we just across from it? Let's go over the North Pole. Okay. Let's go to Val's Lake. We just gotta go north. Yep. Let's lower the time warp. Alright. Yeah, I think we can just go up and over the North Pole. I guess I can close up for flight mode here. It doesn't really affect the flying, but it's good practice to do, I suppose. Alright. Looking good. Looking northward. Yeah, we'll have to go nearly orbital. We'll have enough delta V. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I need about 2,000 meters per second to get back to Kerbin. No, I don't want to hit the sun. We're going way too high here. Let's see. Gotta go the other way here. Adjust it just right. I didn't know that there was a lake on Val. It's pretty neat. I've got to adjust even more. The lake's probably gonna rotate, or the moon's gonna rotate a little bit on our way over there. So we'll still probably hit it right about there. All right, let's go visit. Just on the horizon. I think we've got good enough thrust to weight ratio. Alright, is it a lake? It's certainly a ravine. So far, it only looks like a ravine. Wait. I'm pretty sure I see liquid down there. Nice. Okay. Let's go down. This thing is light enough that I can land in water. I don't really need it to, but I can. And we're gonna test that. If I do run out of propellant, I don't have enough, I can go grab more from the thingamajig orbital station, or I could have it come over to me. Relocate it to Val. Why not? Yo, we found Val's Lake. It's called the Well. Wasn't Val supposed to be like a radioactive planet or something? I mean moon. Radioactive moon or something. Or am I thinking of I think it is this one. Well, yeah, that's liquid down there. The distances here are definitely not correct. I'm not 3 kilometers away from the sea here, the liquid. But the ground is even further below sea level, which would make sense if this liquid was the sea. I don't actually have a number for this, my distance from the liquid. This better not like explode or something. On Eve, the liquid there is called explodium, if I remember correctly. Cool. Okay, the engine does still work. Had to make sure. Yeah, I'm floating. Nice. Get some good science here. What? 5? We came all this way for just like a few science points. Man. I know there are some places in the game that clearly haven't been finished, and they have like low science points. This is one of them. Well, the good news is it floats so stably that I can get my sample. Ooh, 18. Alright, Let's work our way up onto this. Final fly. Oh, wow. There's not atmosphere here, is there? Like, having a hard time flying. Like, unusually hard time. Okay, well. We found it. Whoa, what's up with the colors down here? Man, this makes me want to explore this place. Unfortunately, we got to get these Kerbals home. So, let's see. How is our alignment with Kerbin looking? It's actually looking great. Okay. I remember in KSP1, something I would do at this point in the mission is I'd have one of my Kerbals be an engineer, because they can build spacecraft, move parts, whatever, and I'd have them just take off everything that I don't need to take home with me, legs and everything else. Don't have that in KSP2, but yup. Alright, let's make this thing orbital. KSP2 or KSP in general is probably the best game for space horror, like UFOs lurking, radio transmissions, space anomalies. Yeah, I think the intention with this second solar system was going to be some variation of Kerbals, but, you know, from that solar system. I don't know how far it was going to go, if you'd actually, like, see them, or even be able to use them. But that is a way that could be used. I don't know, they could be scary. I feel like a game like KSP2, like this sort of sandbox thing, build your own spacecrafts and all that sort of stuff, I really do feel like it has a lot of potential. A lot of stuff you could do with it. I'm getting low on Delta V here. Oh, dang it, Val. You might take too much Delta V from me. Okay. We are orbital. So I'm going to want to, like, exit. And unlikely to run into Tylo. Actually, I mean, do I want my high point over there? Probably not. How fast do I go around Jewel here? And yes, I do mean Jewel. Really not very fast. Man, Lathe is zipping around though. Look at that. Lathe probably completes an orbit in like a day or something. It's probably pretty quick. Man, if I could go just one more. Oh, that would be 10 times faster, huh? Yeah, I want to be like over here when I hop out and then kind of do that sort of thing. Tell you what I can do, I think. Kept the same time warp, but I can actually do just a little faster. Actually, I can do even faster in just a moment. Been a little while since I saw my orbital station here. Apparently there aren't any lights I can turn on. That's a shame. My girlfriend has astrophobia. She absolutely hates space. That game is like Subnautica for people with fear of sea. Huh. It's unfortunate that KSP2 is... I mean, KSP2 may or may not be shut down. It's almost worse not knowing. honestly. There just hasn't been word on it. They said they'd keep working on it, but then a bunch of people got fired. Like, all right. So if I wanted to leave Val and go, this would be a good time to do it. But I'm pretty sure I can use Tylo. I can use a gravity assist from Tylo, and I'm pretty sure I need to. I don't know that I have enough Delta V to actually make it work. So we're gonna come around again. Tylo will be, I don't know, somewhere over here. I want it over there. We'll go around a couple times. I know what we can do. I can control this spacecraft, which I've been meaning to show you. This is an ion spacecraft. I actually went from Eve all the way out to Joule with this thing. And let me tell you, slowing down out here at Joule is kind of a pain in the butt. Doing it with ion engines and all that. But because it's way far away from Joule, we can speed things up a lot better here. Because it's out there for so long. Like, this periapsis is literally half a year away. Okay, this might be prime position. Let's go back to this. Oh, that was a visual for sure. Okay. Now let's see if we can get this right here. Okay, we got a Tylo intercept. Let's see. Hold on. So we're coming in this way. For gravity assist, let's see. So we'd meet it. Is that about there? I'm trying to calculate this thing here. I think we meet it there, and it spits us out right over here. Yes. And so I'm pretty sure we can Oberth effect the heck out of this thing. Use Tylo's gravity assist. When I mentioned 2,000 meters per second earlier, that was like from around Joule. I'm less than that. Talking about Subnautica. Have you ever played it? I have not. I have seen videos and stuff about it. Have not played it myself. Let's see. So hopefully this works. All right, we're almost to our maneuver thingy here. Once I'm there, I'll skip ahead. We seriously only got like, 3.5, what's that, tons of hydrogen. I mean, hydrogen's a pretty lightweight thing, so I guess that is a lot of hydrogen still. This fuel tank is, I'm pretty sure, the least dense of anything. Like, it's the biggest one with the least weight when compared together. Alright, let's hope this works. If they're still working on KSP2, then the updates will probably come out way slower. I mean, they're pretty slow already. But they did release an update like a week ago. A lot of minor things, but just some general quality of life sort of stuff. That said, the fact that they are releasing updates is a good sign. Or it might have been like a last hurrah for all I know. We just don't know the fate of KSP2. We only have hints and signs. Which is honestly kind of more annoying and harder to work with. Okay, so obviously this does give us a gravity assist, but once we're close enough, once we're in Tylo's sphere of influence, then we can try and work with that a bit more. I'm back. You know, I just had a thought. If I get into orbit with Tylo, I can grab some fuel from this thing. That's if this doesn't work. So that gets me out of Jules' sphere of influence. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the direction I want to go. That's not. I don't want that. No. Okay, well let's see about the alternative here. What if I wanted to come into orbit and grab some fuel? This angle, man. This angle's killer. Why did I do this? What's my last save here? I might go back and try to adjust. Let's see. This is like 2 days ago in game. Sphere of influence change. I'm pretty sure that was leaving Val. Don't have PC, waiting for the console release. Yeah, I mean, I wish the best for KSP2. I mean, earlier in the stream, I was talking about all the things I'd like to see. Why am I looking at crashing into this thing? Let me check my science real quick. Hold on. Okay, I did get all the splashed science, all the bogus science. Okay, so not too much delta V to try and correct that. Hey. There we go. For a moment there, it just wasn't working for me. I prefer if Tylo was like right here. Well, we'll try this one. Put my quick save there. Yeah, this will be a lot better, I think. And if I need to stop and refuel, I can maybe still make that happen. Yeah, I've only got 1,000 meters per second to try and get back here. Tylo will be right about here, so I'm hoping to leverage the gravity to, you know, go out. It's only a 6-second burn. Okay. Now we have to actually get to Tylo's sphere of influence. Yeah, this one's definitely a lot less skewed. Hopefully that makes it easier. We'll find out. Alright. So if I throw a few hundred meters per second at that, that does kind of drop me down pretty good there. Let's see if I can adjust this and make it better. So 17 million meters. Drag that around. 16 million. So the optimal spot is about there. Now that doesn't quite get me to Kerbin's orbit. That does. And that'll leave us with around 500 meters per second left. Looks good to me. I say as I continue to adjust it. Alright, looks like the gravity assist is going to work. I wonder how multiplayer would work. I think the way that they described it at one point was going to be that it's only multiplayer, like both of you can interact with each other, if you're in the same point of time. So let's say the other person time warps a year in advance, a year ahead in time. You would have to also get to that point in time. I would hope they have some sort of button to get up to their time so then you can interact with them. But then the question becomes, if you're back in time from them, can you see ships? Can, you know, what would exist? Can you make a paradox? That's the real question. All right, let's go home. 3, 2, going slow, 1. Yeah, we still got to see how this thing, you know, comes into Kerbin. I've tested it from Kerbin orbit. Obviously, haven't tested it from this far out. We'll see how well it works. I've got 4 Kerbals to try and get home safe. Yeah, this gravity assist is actually working pretty good. Alright, we got just shy of 500 meters per second to handle any adjustments we need. How about a vote system so you can advance time with them? Maybe. Yeah, there would be a lot of things to work out. Obviously, the basic multiplayer would be that both of you are in the same point of time, but then it would certainly get more complicated if you add the different times. At that point, it's like not quite multiplayer, though. Alright, let's get aligned here. We want to go home. Okay, this pass is not even close to making that happen. But what we can do, zoom way the heck out. We can still try and line up here. Again, we've got just shy of 500 meters per second. Should be enough for our maneuvers, especially way out here. Just to add to the pressure, they all have families, and probably kids too. Well, it's a good thing I'm keeping them reasonably comfortable. I mean, they are essentially in a metal can, but there's lights in the can. Yeah. Alright, let's get this thing level. Good, good. So what we got to do is time warp to like there. And then I'm going to retrograde burn here until we're lined up. Oh, hold on. What's going on out here at Jewel? Oh. Okay, I think we're good. I just saw a bunch of messages about something entering and exiting spheres of influence. This one will probably... Actually, no. Okay, I was smart enough on that one. That shouldn't interact. Okay, false alarm. False alarm. Alright, we are a few years away from this. When you re-enter, try spinning to bleed off some of the speed. Spinning? How would that help? Oh, the message I was getting was being out of electricity. My solar panels are probably struggling this far out. Not really pointed. Okay, yeah, these solar panels are literally in the worst position possible. That's okay, because we don't need power at the moment. I am scrolling out. It just takes a long time. Yeah, we don't need power at the moment. So that's okay. Alright. We just need to get a... we just need to hit Kerbin. Ha! Rotate, you dang thing! It says blocked by arrow shielding. Alright, we're gonna have to get creative here. Let's see, open you up. Valentina. Honestly, good job. You solved the problem. Hold on. We don't want to lose you. Ah! There we go. I just needed to rock the boat a little bit, if you know what I mean. I was gonna have her get out and like fly into it, but apparently her getting out of her seat is enough. All right. I got to bring the engine down a little bit here. When you're dealing with 6, almost 7 years ahead intercepts, you gotta be very precise. Almost there. Okay. That's pretty dang close. Now, let's point towards Kerbal so our solar can actually work. Normally these things are supposed to rotate to face the sun. I don't know what happened there. But alright, we are looking good in that regard. Once I pass this yellow point, that one will get filled in proper. There we go. Alright, how are we looking at our intercept here? We're gonna hit. That's a pretty dang good intercept. Once we're in Kerbin's SOI, we can adjust for that. Alright, it's gonna take like 7 years going around a circle here. Good thing Kerbals are very patient. Some of the parts can cause drag while spinning. Don't know if it works in KSP2 or not. Interesting. I never thought about that. I'm just hoping my heat shields work. Yeah, I could try spinning. I'll have the electricity. I could also leave the solar panels extended. I won't need those once I'm landed, and they will give me drag as well. Man, we are so far out here. You know, if you think about it, the launch cadence, how often launches happen in a KSP, is actually very infrequently. This mission, this is an inaccurate clock. I left Jewel like 10 years ago. So it's been like 10 years. Nothing has launched from Kerbal Space Center. Crazy, man. Because, you know, you launch, you go do your mission. You don't overlap stuff very often anyway. I put this thing up to orbit and I did a couple other things. But, yeah, it's not like we do in reality where we overlap missions. Okay, let's see just how fast we're coming in to Kerbin here. I think it's going to be really fast. Alright, 3,000 meters per second at the edge here. We're probably going to be like 5,000 meters per second coming in here. It is going to be so fast. Let's see if we can look at the sun. Hold on. Man, normally it isn't that much of a problem, but it is kind of being a problem. Hold on, what direction is... There we go. 270 degrees is what I'm going for here. I would like to land on the sunny side of Kerbin. Even though coming in from outer planets, that always means that I'm coming in retrograde. A couple hundred more meters per second worth of aerodynamic stuff I gotta worry about. Hold on. Other way. It's so slow. Okay. Well, let's make this work here. So, I want to not burn up completely on my way in. I'm gonna try 34 kilometers. We'll see how well that works. That might be coming in too fast. I think we'll be about 5,000 meters per second when we hit the atmosphere. But, I mean, I have heat shields, and I do have a way to cheat my way down. You just time warp really fast into the ocean, and then by the time the game realizes you're like a few hundred meters underwater. Okay, let's shut that. Things about to get fiery. Okay, only 4,300 meters per second. We might be alright. Mountains. I'm not going over mountains. Silly game. Obviously, working so far, but we're only barely slowing down. Oh no. Not looking good, this whole situation. About to break. Because I'm about to break. Huh. Where's... Oh my gosh. Oh, no, it broke. Like Valentina and everyone, they're just like behind the fiery heat shields. Okay, so we're obviously coming in a little too hot here. Yeah. Let me turn down the engine before I make my adjustment here. So 34 kilometers. Maybe let's try 40. Obviously, I want to be caught by the atmosphere, and I don't want to get shot back out into space. So I need to have enough. Oops. Well, shoot. I'm being shot out back in space. Now just imagine that, except when it catches up, I'm in the water. Yes. All right, let's... Oh, yeah. We need to increase our... how fast, or how high we're coming in. Again. We can just time warp to there. Yeah, evidently, some heating is still getting to this. Unfortunately. It is somewhat resilient, but again, it's got its limits. Yeah, I'll let the solar panels try and help. I don't have any mechanism for detaching and all that. This whole thing needs to land. So, yeah, hopefully that works. Alright, we're coming in. Coming in very hot. I guess I can try spinning. It's... yeah. So I thought I had covered this area pretty good. Evidently not. Oh, man. What? Huh. We might be in a little bit of a pickle here. I have an idea for gravity assist. We love gravity assists. We'll see if the Mun is in such a position at any point as to help us out. Obviously, we got back to Kerbin. It's just, landing on Kerbin is the new issue. What, just no Mun intersect? It's kind of skipping the Mun orbit, which is annoying. Okay, well maybe I don't get to use the Mun. Okay. Let's see. What are my landing options? I can land on the dark side. I just prefer the light side if I can. Let's try the dark side. Anakin would be proud. Let's try the dark side, and maybe because we're going prograde, be a little easier. I don't know. Yeah, Kerbin spins that direction. So, this will make it a little easier as far as the aerodynamics are concerned. "43 kilometers. Yeah, maybe. Alright, here we go. Again. Yeah, we won't be coming in quite as hot due to the atmosphere rotation. It'll still be pretty hot, obviously, just not as hot. So instead of 4,300 meters per second, it'll be like 4,100 or something. Not that different. No, it's still 4,300. What the heck? Close that up. Thing's about to get hot. I mean, I might as well use my fuel here. Do everything I can. I can cheat my way into the ocean, I just prefer not to. The other question is, am I burning up because I'm spending too long up here? Should I be going more directly down through the atmosphere? Because that is a thing. Okay, that's getting hot, but we are losing a lot of speed. Oh, it's going down. Hey, we might have it this time. And look at that apoapsis. We've been captured. Good, good. Whew. We did it this time. We did it. I mean, we still gotta, like, land, but we made it past max Q. Max Q is a thing on re-entry as well, right? We're on our way out of the atmosphere. Yeah, we will be, we'll do an attempt to. So that was our slowdown burn to get captured by Kerbin. You might need to send a rescue ship. I mean, I think I'll be fine. I still have parachutes and legs. I'll hit the water at like 12 meters per second or so. But anyway. Oh, dang it. We're still in atmosphere. I was going to say, we're in space. Let's go. No, we're in atmosphere. Okay. There's the sun. Somehow these solar panels have survived. Like, these solar panels are literally tougher than this whole fuel tank. Alright. I guess we're landing on the dark side. We'll do a quick save, because we should. If I wanted to send a rescue ship, maybe I could intercept. But I mean, this thing should still land just fine. Do some science while we're up here. Freeze the game. I think I'm just collecting so much science, and I think streaming is affecting the game performance. Let's see. Yeah, my radiation thing takes a fair amount of power. It's okay though. We'll still have quite a bit left. Alright, very good. Well, coming home with a lot of science, a little over 20,000. Dres is still the best place in all of KSP for science. Dres is a great place. More people need to like Dres. I'm glad to see that the legs have held up just fine against the heat. I was a little concerned, the legs and the engine. But, yeah, I mean, they didn't even show any temperature gauges. And ablator material... hold on. Apparently I left a lot of ablator material on there. Normally I crank that down to save on weight, but yeah. Alright. Soon we'll be down... Are we going to be on the ground or the water? Probably the ground. We'll find out. This thing has a lot of mass, so it really carries forward. I like the Dres Canyon. Yeah, Dres Canyon is alright. I like the ultimate quarter pipe. But that's because you can get a lot of science without hardly moving at all. You can get the Eye of Dres, you can get the Equatorial Ridge, you can get the ultimate quarter pipe. You can go down and get lowlands. And then on the other side of the Eye of Dres, there's Finn's Rock. It's just a lot of science in a small area, and it is a what do you call it? It's a low gravity. It's basically like the Mun. A little bigger, but it's pretty similar to the Mun. Man, these solar panels, I think, are slowing us down pretty good. Look how long it's taken us to fall down here. I am going to get these parachutes out. Don't want to forget. And we should land just fine. Man, this thing's been around. Look, universal time is just shy of 40 years. This mission, well, we left Joule 11 years ago. So, getting there is probably like 3 years preceding that. Anyway, I'll say about a third of our overall time was this mission. It's a long mission, man. It's a lot. About 10 meters per second. I'm pretty sure these legs can absorb that much. I think they can. But normally I would use the engine to help slow down. We'll pull the solar panels in. Why not? Alright, landing! Awesome. Alright, we still got all our Kerbals. They can go home to their families. We got that done. Dang it, I never did the atmosphere survey. Alright, let's go back. I'm joking. I might be able to work with the ship that's still up there. Got a bunch of science. Alright, let's recover. What if you tried to make very fast spaceships? Are you talking about just having the most delta V? Because that thing had a lot at one point. I've watched Lightyear recently. I know it's a fiction movie, but it just sounds so cool. It kind of depends how you define fast spaceships. Because if you're just talking about maximum speed for interstellar travel, I mean, an ion engine can be really fast if you give it long enough. But that's not a very exciting, cool engine. On the other hand, there's a lot of high thrust engines, but maybe not a lot of delta V out of those. So it does depend what you really mean by that. I don't really care about like any of this stuff. I'll grab those. Yeah, there's just all this structural stuff I don't care too much about. Let's grab this aquatic thing. Get some science. Space trucking? Yeah. And obviously I don't have enough science now for the rest of those. Okay. Well, as the sun dawns on a Kerbal Space Center, I think it's time for us to wrap up. We went almost an hour over normal time, but that's kind of how Kerbal Space Program goes anyway. So yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. It's been kind of a long stream here. I'm just waiting for KSP to actually close. It's thinking about it. Well, in the meantime, thanks y'all for watching. JoeMan543 do these streams on Fridays. I think we've done enough KSP for a bit, so next week I'm pretty sure we'll be going back to some Halo. Link in the description to my Discord if you want to be the most maximum up to date on everything I'm doing. And we often have polls and announcements for streams there too. Anyway, y'all take care, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, bosses. Bye-bye now.